adventure, for climbing, for splashing, for premium, for capable. The GMC AT4 lineup, premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Discover new opportunities.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge for, well, it's Saturday night, so that means we're going to be doing a little heart-to-heart action here. Hrt2Heart Racing League's giving you some truck series at Indianapolis. It is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is a whole lot of speed, 4 corners of insanity, and I mean, what can you say? It's a great racetrack. I love this racetrack. It's a ton of fun. Joined, of course, every Saturday in the broadcast booth by a good pal, a good friend of mine who has been stepping up and really just kind of knocking some things out of the park. Not only on our platform, but on the Chop Racing platform, Mr. Ryan Wint. Ryan, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm all right. So Ryan is as we have gotten in here and we've got a look at the field, and we've gotten to look at a couple of races that have we've been calling together over the last 3 or 4 weeks now. We've got our favorites. We've got some newcomers. We've got some people out here that are ready to go. It looks like they're getting that points title kind of tightened back up, and things just seem to be kind of closing in.
Yeah, and we're at this monstrous 2.5 mile track today, where there's going to be some flared tempers, I think.
It's a big track. Noma TV out there on the YouTube platform, folks. You know who Noma TV is. We have talked about him for many a moon. And there it is. We are proud to partner with Noma TV, another great source of iRacing broadcast talent. Quickly discovering his place in the broadcast community. Check out his channel or book him today over at youtube.com/@Noma-TV. That's what I say every single time, and it's on the bottom of your screen. There it is. I love it. Thank you, Noma. Much love. Mr. Dudley giving us a big old roll tide. Brad Dove out there giving us a like as well. Mr. Van Nest, much love to you, sir. I appreciate you being out there. We got a couple of driver cams today, 5 of them to be exact, as we'll be keeping our tide. That's Mr. Dudley right there. He's a little bit off screen. It's because he's fixing something, but that's his right shoulder. He's a Bulls fan. Look at that Jordan. There he is. See, big old roll tide for the big man out there. We love him. We appreciate him. Hey, at least he's a Bulls fan. There's Mr. Brad Dove. He is ready to go. And right there's Mr. BJ. BJ Lane, we love him. He's fantastic. So he's got that camera in a better spot this time, too. I like that camera right there. There's his dad, Bobby Joe, who is, I think, I'm quickly becoming a big fan for that. And then there's Scott Quesade, who's one of the admins here, and, we love to see it. So, all right, we're going to run 60 laps today. Here's your race information today. Thank you very much to AdminBox for being on board with Hrt2Heart. Make sure you check out AdminBox with 2x's.com. Thank you to AlanTilleryAuto.com as well. You can get a brand new Buick, Chevy, or GMC. Shop online at AlanTilleryAuto.com. 2024 is the year for, I believe, the GM products when it comes to Chevys, Buicks, and GMCs. Have you seen the new Silverado? It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. I'm pretty happy. So,
I mean, how do you make the Silverado the front end of that truck? sexier every year.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. It's just with all the safety features that Chevy has on board, they keep innovating as they would. So check out AlanTilleryAuto.com. Thank you to iRacing.com for being the platform that has helped Signature Esports be the platform it is. We are on episode 998. That's saying something.
It's like Mount Everest, buddy.
That's saying something. Track length 2.5 miles in length, 105 degrees at qualifying right now, 60 laps, 4 sets of tires. Comp caution is going to be at lap 30. We will throw it at a completion of lap 30. One fast repair for the drivers, 100% fuel. They're going to be able to make this on fuel for the most part. I believe that it's going to be close for the stage. They may have to short pit themselves, but you can get, if you are with the lead pack, you can get in and out of pit road without losing track position. So it can very well get to the point, if it runs green, that you're going to stay you're going to stay on the lead lap if you have to pit under the green flag. But that's a lot of racing. That's a lot of laps that you're going to have to push out there. So we look at it. All right, what's the tail of the tape? What do you think is going to happen here today?
Number one, you just hit the nail on the head there. It's a draft. You do not lose the draft. You lose it, you better pray to God a yellow's coming out, or you're going to get ran through really, really quick, or you just hope that there's going to be one or two groups out there, which typical Indy would be. There's like 3 good packs, and that people stick with each other. But if you lose any of them and you're by yourself, it's going to be a rough day for you.
Indianapolis Motor Speedways has some of the fastest corners you're going to see in NASCAR, including the Truck Series. Basically, you're burping the throttle and you're sliding yourself out of the corner exit on the short chutes on both ends of the speedway, and you're going to see some heavy speed. You're going to see some heavy times. 52-second laps is not uncommon for these drivers. Especially, we're seeing some of the faster laps up here at qualifying, but around the 52.4 mark. So it is a racetrack that will actually show technical skill, not just speed, because you got to watch the short chutes end. You got to watch what you do when it comes to getting yourself into the corner. Corner exit is the most important and most viable portion of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, folks. If you haven't gotten out and driven Indy in the trucks, the B car. Actually, I don't recommend it in the B car. I love the Xfinity car, but this track feels way too floaty for this racetrack, and it may have been just what we dealt with before. But the Cup cars here are absolutely thrilling. So sign up today. Make sure you go to iRacing.com. Use Joe Flack, JoeFlack, as your reference driver, and we'll make sure he gets some credit there.
I am going to turn drivers on my end so I could stay in touch with what's going on.
Okay, all right. Sorry, Jess needed me there. The missus, my boy, he has a gaming chair like mine that's just old, and it just broke. So he's gonna go get a new gaming chair at Walmart real quick. So. Which is all something we've all gone through. I've gone through it. I broke my first one. So, we are race controllers today too. There, Ryan.
Yes, we are.
So we got a couple of people asking for EOLs. Corey Crandall actually is going to get the EOL because he won last week.
Yes.
Dove is wanting an EOL as well. So we got it all situated.
We'll wait till they're pacing.
Oh yeah. We'll wait till they leave the starting grid and
So with Corey getting one, he did the right thing by qualifying, and the reason that he qualified was for that pit box selection, right?
Yep.
So by him getting the pole, he has that very last pit box. He's not going to have to hunt for it. Smart move on his part.
That's one of the things about one of the things I like about that change is you can go out and be dominant last week, but this week if you come out and You can't just start up there and just lead every lap. I kind of like that. It's a little challenge. It's like challenge mode engaged. That's what I think, at least. Take a look at it. Here it is. Starting grid. It's going to be on your screen. Corey's going to be your pole sitter. Going to get the OL here at week 9. We only have 2 races left in this series after today's race. So technically 3 because this one hasn't been completed yet. So we're coming down to the wire. They're going to be recruiting for their next season as well. Rusty Robinson's going to be your outside pole sitter. Scott Kazanave's going to be inside row number 2. Robert Dudley's going to be outside there, and he leads in points coming to today's race by 4 points. Over Bobby Joe, who is in the O2, is going to restart behind him. Stallone's going to be there inside row number 3. BJ Lane by Betty Jones, their row number 4. Robert Church, Brad Dove, row number 5. Joe Flack and William Martin's going to be their row number 6.
Then you got Jeff Weimer, John Turner just outside of him, Robert Peters and Rafael Perez, and then Daniel Lyle and Jerry Culver. You got to ignore me and Jason on here. We're not in the race, but we had to jump in to do the RC. But then you got Chris Roberts and Wolfgang Farrow to round out the field.
Wolfgang out there. And we were talking about his name last week too. You know, Rock Stallone is still one of my favorite names in the world. And now we got Rafael Perez coming up. It's going to be awesome. So. Wolfgang Farrow.
Wolfgang. Dude, I'm telling you, that's so sweet. Listen, man, I'm a sprint car guy, so Doug Wolfgang was one of the OGs in the day, you know, and I've always loved the name.
All right, Barney, a.k.a. Fred the Flagman, a.k.a. Fred the Barney Flagman. He's going to be up there. They're going to release the drivers to get ready to go, and we're going to see what these drivers can do. It's going to be that day. It's that time.
I'll hand out these guys their EOLs here.
We're going to see the drivers who...
Whoa. Why did it just remove him? What?
Uh-oh. I think there's an oops.
Hold on. My mic ain't working. You're gonna have to tell him.
He gave him an EOL and it removed it. Hold on.
Have him join back.
He's gonna have to join back. We'll have to make that right. Ryan went to give him the EOL, and for whatever reason it removed him. All right. Some issues there. Or he's going to have to jump back in.
What was that about?
I don't have a clue.
That's never happened. All right, he's back in.
Okay.
He's showing up on the board anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. He's in there. Hold on. We're gonna add a lap.
Get it?
No, he wasn't DQ'd.
He was just removed for whatever reason.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're sorry about that. He gave him an EOL from what the iRace control says here, and for whatever reason it booted him. What it says. All right, well, we have to make it. I can make it real quick. We can get us back in here. Yeah. I'll make one real quick, and apologies to Corey on that one. It literally an EOL showed up on our screen, but I went through and looked at it, and it said he was removed from the race. So we're gonna fix that, folks. We don't want to see Corey have any issues. No, I'm gonna put it up right now. So, all right, that's exactly what, folks. Technical difficulties. They're gonna run it. I'm gonna set one up. All right. All good, folks. All good. We'll get it fixed. That's the reason why servers. They're gonna race while they race. Ryan and I are gonna get this fixed, and we'll be back at it in just a second. So this one doesn't count. Watch these guys practice. All right, guys. Well, hold on. We're gonna get these guys transferred in. We're gonna get some stuff moved over. So hold on, real quick, and we'll get this all figured out for everybody. So bear with us. I'll throw you on a starting soon. Be back. All right, folks, they're gonna they're gonna practice. They get one more chance at qualifying. Qualifying will be scored off, I believe, the previous session, but they're up there. We're gonna make sure it's good to go. We'll be back here in just a minute. Bear with us. All right, everybody's going to be requalifying, and regardless of the situation, we'll just make it work and make things happen. But again, we apologize about the issues. We apologize about that. That was I don't know. It was an error.
It was Ryan. I'm taking all of it.
That's okay. You can take the heat, and you can be in the kitchen, so it works for both. It's all good. It's all good. All right, we actually have a race. AlanTilleryAuto.com. We're gonna make sure there's an EOL to the right driver. I think Dev will probably still want that. We'll have to ask Dev if he still wants that EOL. And then yeah.
That link's in our Discord.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, enjoy. All right, later, guys.
See ya.
Later.
Yeah. So hey, there's folks. We just found out there's a new spotter pack for iRacing. There's a link in the Discord for it. I'm curious. I'm gonna install it. Maybe we do an iRacing Twitch stream to test out that new spotter pack.
Where did he put?
It's probably in general or something. Open chat.
Open.
Is it? iDrive.com. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, we're going to download that one.
Already on it.
Yeah, I got it downloaded too. Folks,
Whether you love him or you hate him, it's still got to be pretty funny.
yeah, that'll be funny. That'll be hilarious. But yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm excited. All right, it's some of the points factors for today's race. Again, I was talking about it earlier. Dudley leads with the points coming into today's race. Bobby Joe has a 4-point deficit to him. Casey is going to be third in points, 2 points behind Bobby Joe. So we're literally we're down to the wire. Rusty Robinson sits 13 points off of Dudley, and Benton Jones sits fifth in points. Bob Joe is going to get an EOL, and we'll make sure that we know all these right. All right.
Well, I got the RC, everything. I updated it as we were transitioning everything over, and I've tested it. It works.
Cool.
No issues.
Yeah, because it'll get expensive when we have to continue to replace sessions. Not for you, but for the league. We don't.
I would. I'm not. I'll take care of whatever financial obligation they need tonight. It's not a big deal.
It's a buck and a half. It's not, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it happens. You know, we get in and we you can hover over it. Like you'll see people, say, hey, queue up. I want to make sure we get you taken care of. I've got a black flag for this reason. And, you want to make sure that they're good to go. But, in the grand scheme of things, excuse me, iRacing switches and they do the menu switch. And, we talk about the love that we have for iRacing and everything that happens with it. And, so it's a great simulator, but it's not a perfect simulator. So nonetheless.
Facts.
We do love it.
Well, the good news is our names aren't showing up under the board now. Too,
Yeah.
So that's kind of a nice thing.
But Crandall's already going to be at the US. So the points, I believe they're gonna transfer over from the prior race. So we'll have to they'll have to keep that in mind when it comes to those points. But here's the current grid. Corey's going to be in the back already, so the EOL is going to go there. Roberge is going to be up front though, and that doesn't change anything. Roberge was up there anyway. Robert Church is going to be outside of Chris Roberge here on the start of this one. Cazenave and Rusty Robinson's going to be up there. Brad Dove was up there already. Bobby Joe is going to be outside of Brad Dove. Dudley, Stallone, Eddie Jones, John Turner, Peters, BJ Lane, and then back to the rest of them.
Culver.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Culver, William Martin, Joe Fleck, Corey Crandall, Daniel Lyle, Wolfgang Farrell.
Wolfgang's already back here, so we're good to go there.
So Bobby Joe's the only one that's going to need one.
Yeah, so is Dove going to stay up front? Is that what he said?
I didn't hear from him. I'll ask him one more time.
opportunities.
I mean,
Unless you heard him.
I didn't hear him.
For
I
adventure.
didn't hear him.
For climbing. For splashing. For premium. For capable. The GMC AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Professional grade. And Buchanan Resort, folks. I can't wait to go here. It's going to be amazing.
All right. Bobby Joe's 02, right?
Yep.
We're on EOL him. Look at that.
It works.
We're gold.
All right. I think we're pretty much set. Thank you to Buchanan Resort, Alan Tillery Auto. All right, we're going to go actual racing here, folks. It took us a little bit of time, but, you know, we like these things, so. And everybody should be good to go. How about them apples? All right, folks, reminder that the stage break's going to be lap 30 at the completion of lap 30. So when we start that lap, when the leader comes around to begin lap 31, that'll be when the caution will fly. Who's that?
Randall, I got it.
Oh, he should already be there, right? Yeah. All right, we gotta reload that one. Yep. All right. Rob. We got to do some refreshing on all the overlays here, folks. There it is. All right, we're ready. I'm ready. How about it, Ryan? We made some things happen.
Yeah, slowly but surely we got there. We're about to go green.
Let's get it. Green flag.
For Burrs Church 1-2. Scott Castanave and Robinson 3-4.
Reverse to the bottom side, down by the rumble strip. It's a great place to be early, but after you start getting that tire wear in, that's going to change some things. Robert Church in tow, quarter second. Now back, you'll see a little bit off the paint out of turn 2. You'll be on the paint in turn 1, a little off the paint in turn 2. It should be on the paint for both turns in 3 and 4. Straightaway speed. They're getting up to speed right now, 180 miles an hour.
Yeah, we got Dove falling back about 4 positions just off the restart zone there. I don't know if he just didn't get a good enough start or what the deal is.
Big momentum for all the corners there. I think he is just kind of letting some people go. I wonder if anybody's going to try to make the stage, because you get about 25 to 28 laps on a green flag run here in these trucks. Some maybe even less depending on how hard they push. They're going to go all the way to lap 30. If they run this thing green, then it'll be a lot less than that.
Yeah, it'll be. I think there's going to be some strategy at play today.
Did I see how burnt those marshmallows were? What do you mean, Jaeger? Robert's ready. First time race with him in the 98 truck ready. He's patient. Much love. Thank you, Noma, again. Robert's ready to get ready to rumble. 69. Mr. Borden's not going to be in the race. We'll see everybody at Charlotte. Good luck. Thank you, sir. Much love. Oh, in the court. Yeah, they do the what is that? What is that movie? Oh man. Do you remember Dennis the Menace from back in the day? The old
dude, I was just going to say that. You said burnt marshmallows. That's the first thing I thought about, is him flinging that thing on fire. That is perfect. I'm so glad I'm.
Oh man! And then Christopher Lloyd as the bad guy, which is never the case. The old beans, key in the beans. Oh man, memories.
We got Roberge up here.
Go ahead.
With a nice little lead, half a second over Church.
And Joe Flack had an issue. 35 got to the quarter panel of the 91 there. There's a little replay of what happened there. Joe Flack got taken out there. Hopefully he's able to stay on the lead lap here. There's going to be a lot of time to be able to play catch up here. It's about half the distance though, 53.20 to fast lap. You're talking about half lap to Church. Church in tow. Casenave's going to be in third. Top four haven't changed spots since the beginning of the race. John Turner's going to be in that sixth spot, up 4.
Yeah, and for the most part, everybody's just playing follow the leader right now. They're just biding their time. 60 laps here is a lot of laps. So, once the tire wears start falling off, you're going to start seeing certain guys move forward, certain guys fall backwards. We got a nice little 4-pack back here in around 10th place with Dove, Robert Peters, Jerry Culver, and William Martin. Might heat up.
Good battle here with the number 3. There is Mr. Bones. He's trying to get around the inside of the 25.
And Jason, two things that you and I aren't used to is the 19 of Jerry Culver and a really unique paint scheme, and Chris Roberge, and a completely different new paint scheme.
I tell you what, Chris Roberge is driving a Chevy too. That's something different.
Yeah,
that's not something we're used to. It might be good luck for him.
He does show the way right now, so far so good.
A quarter second, half second lead. Now Roberge out front. Robert Church in tow. Church doing a great job of keeping himself in that slipstream. We're not seeing Roberge on the straightaways break the draft here this early into the racetrack. Corner entry. On entry goes to the way of the 98. Church way up the race line, corner exit. He catches on the straightaways though, and that's a testament to the draft. Turn 4 now for the 55. You'll be able to get up into it now. That's a great exit for turn 4. So turn 1 and 2 probably looking to be better for Roberge, but Church better on 3 and 4. I'm sorry, on 2 and 4. Making way for the straightaway speed. A little bit of breakaway here. We'll see if they work it. But, no, you're good.
We got Dudley back here. We got Dudley back here in 7th, just making his way around John Turner for that 6th position.
Dudley had a little bit of a scary moment there. He made some contact with a 29 as he went to the inside there. And Benny Jones is going to be right behind him. And looked like he got a little bit free there.
They're just
new paint scheme for Dudley.
They're just trying to get track position. Yeah, with the Strike King on the side there, I like it.
We got Culver back here again. Speaking of Culver, he jumped on the old driver cam, and it's dark in his place.
I was supposed to
like
send him a webcam.
I love him. He looks like a ghost. It's all good. It's all good. I love him. There's Casenave, going to be in that 3rd spot right now, folks.
Yeah, and Casenave and Roberge both have the fastest lap with a 53.20.
Right now, speed going to Roberge on the last lap. He's pulling away just a little bit. Beef Jerky Unlimited giving us our driver cams. Go to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Make sure that you buy. I always recommend the $55 box because you get 6 packs of beef jerky. And, I mean, of course, it's 55 plus shipping. But 6 packs of beef jerky, and it's more than what you can get for... if you think about the size of packs that you get at your convenience stores or at and maybe your local grocery store or Walmart or whatever the case may be, you know, you're paying $12 to $15 for less than half a pound of beef jerky, and they give you 6. And if you bought 6 of those, you'd be in excess between $72 and $80+ for $55 plus shipping. You go to beefjerkyunlimited.com, and you're getting quite a bit of beef jerky for that price. Ask Jaeger out there. Jaeger will tell you. You go to Beef Jerky Unlimited, you'll be able to test all of those zones out. Now, Bobby Joe started the tail end. Bobby Joe says this isn't his track today, but he's always fast. And we were talking about that before we got we came back for this race. What do these drivers need to do? What is Bobby Joe looking here? He wanted an EOL.
I think he just wants to kind of let everybody race, and just so he can kind of gauge off of how much he needs to push that mellow yellow truck. And, you know, like we always say, in the end, you know where he's going to be at.
Got ourselves a new member. Become part of the Warrior Nation out there on YouTube. Thank you for becoming a member of our YouTube channel. You've clicked that supporter button and knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate you. Are you... what's the relation? Because there's Tina Lane. I know we're right there on Bobby Joe, and then we got BJ up there as well. BJ Lane right here in the 99 to the inside of the 25.
And I'm keeping an eye on Church and Roberge up here, and Church is reeling in our leader ever so slightly. You can tell he's pushing it just a little harder. He's wanting to get around his teammate Roberge.
The focus, the touch, the feel of Cotton. Back to the main screen. Let's go back up here. Battle for the lead between two. Thank you. Ooh.
5 just gets into the wall.
Church tied on exit. The more you get into the draft here, that's the thing. The closer you get to the truck in front of you, you're going to be able to catch up and try to make the pass, but you kind of have to make sure that you don't get too close, because if you get too close and you're unable to break that draft or that error, you're going to get yourself tied on corner exit, and that's exactly what happened. You see the right front damage for the 55 here, Robert Church. Going to roll right into the middle portion of this one. On board with the driver.
Well, the good news for Church is in another 18 laps, we're going to have a stage yellow, so he'll be able to get that truck worked on and get that damage taken care of.
See the short shoot for the 98. He pulls out of 3 and 4, but watch Church's entrance in here. Roberge is out of the throttle, and that's almost full throttle for Robert Church. I'm not hearing him lift hardly at all.
It's hard to be disciplined in a race when you're that close to first place, because you just want to lead so bad. So you don't even realize, how hard you're pushing until the wall creeps up and gets you.
Catches in turn 1 here. Look at the speed. Little lift there. I hear him flexing the throttle a little bit. Let's go inside the cockpit view. Take a listen. Robert's breaking the draft a little bit there. Way out of the throttle. 140 into turn 3.
And you got to be wondering what's going through Casenave's and Rusty Robinson's mind, sitting back watching this. You think they're just back there like, yeah, let these guys race hard. We're going to save some tire. We'll get around them here in a few.
Well, their speeds are showing is about the same. Lap time's pretty consistent. Last lap for Casenave was 55.69. Robinson And Rock Stallone, your fastest drivers on the racetrack right now, 55.45 and 55.41. Those are the two fastest lap times right now for both of the drivers. And that's Rusty Robinson in the 5. And back here, Rock Stallone in a 34. First Toyota up in the pack, try to make it happen.
You know, back here in 10th, we got Corey Crandall up 6 positions as he's working on Brad Dove for that 9th place position.
And he had to start all the way in the very tail back of this, so he started 17th. Wolfgang looks to be out of the race, so he might not have just been, he might have gotten into race, but couldn't get himself back out there. Wolfgang has been, I've been wanting to say it. They're like, Wolfgang Farrell to the front. Crandall behind the 25 of Dub. Again, a single fast repair for the drivers here.
I think Crandall's just happy he didn't get booted from this series. Sorry, Crandall.
By us. Here's the true story, though. Joe Flack here is still on the lead lap. We're halfway through the first stage here. 15 laps. Again, 15 minutes of racing basically is what you're seeing. And Joe's still able to carry. He's faster than BJ right now. So a little bit of catching up for both of the drivers. Roberts has led every lap so far. Joe Flack just rolling. His last lap 56.51. About a half second off some of the drivers, but he should be able to get that. And plus, if he can catch back up when we do throw that competition caution, they come back around and play catch up to these drivers. They should be able to get themselves. They should be able to get themselves back into pit road, get some of the damage taken care of, and be able to do it. Because pace laps around here, there are only 3 of them, but they take an exorbitant amount of time to get back up.
Well, right now we got 78 degrees, 45% humidity, partly cloudy, but the racing surface is 118 degrees.
That's a little hotter than what they were at in the last race. A little wall tap for a couple of drivers back here. I think it was Benny Jones who got a little wall tap there, and right behind him, Robert Dudley. 39 to the inside, Turner going.
You know, I'm shocked that we haven't seen more tire wear off. I'm always keeping an eye on the front too, just because they're fairly close together. And Church is running about 2 lanes higher than Roberge is in the corners, and still, I mean, he's still maintaining the speed, utilizing the draft.
One of the things I'm liking about what we're seeing as Robert Church out of the corner, a little flick of the wheel. You'll see the bottom left of your screen, the turn into the corner, but you can also hear, if I'm quiet just a little bit here, folks, and I just give you a little bit of volume, when he gets into turn 1, you'll hear those right side tires burn. Nathan, take her light. Boy, this is a driver's track. I love this track. All right, there it is. That's what you hear. But right now, your top 5, 2.5 seconds apart as Stallone looks to make it happen. Bobby Joe on the move. They got to run a couple of drivers here.
These guys after this stage, they're not going to be no following the leader. Everybody's going to be gun-ho. Once they figure out kind of what the tire wear situation looks like after these 30.
William Martin, a little free, able to save it. Great save by the 2. You're going to get back up to speed now. They got a little bit free. 19 laps in, 60 the total again. Stage coming at lap 30. We're about 11 to go this time by. As Roberge is going to be out front. Church in second. Quesada's going to be in third. How about Scott now turning on a little bit later here? He's been the long run king. 56 threes for the drivers. Quesada just ran a 55.83. Was able to catch the draft of the 55. He got within that relative margin, which is about 7/10 of a second, to be able to catch the draft. And now is going to be trying to get those heavy speeds coming down to the straightaway. He's going to carry a lot more speed on the straightaway because of the draft. He's going to get that 182, 183 mark before he hits the corner. Church was only up to 179, even in the little bit of draft behind the 98.
Yeah, and Scott's been back there saving. I thought that's what he was doing for a while because he was just kind of managing the gap. And, now, like you said, he's putting a little more throttle to her, and he's starting to reel in that second place Church.
Robert's still a half-second distance here as all the drivers work on it. It's been a good race so far. It just took us about an extra 20 minutes to get going. That's okay. We want to thank you to everybody out there for being a part of the stream. Alan, TilleryAuto.com. Thank you very much. Buchanan Resorts as well. I don't know if we're going to have the Little Rescue, but littlerescue.net. Little Rescue is the Lucky Dog sponsor for the cautions here. I also want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors over at Signature Esports, and I couldn't continue to be able to try to improve without them. First and foremost, it's the league that we love the most, besides all the leagues that we call. I try not to. 55 a little free there. Here comes Quesada. Big battle going on here now as Quesada gets a little bit. That's what I talk about. You get free, you get tight. How are you going to burn the tires up? How are you going to make it work? Side by side, turn 3 as they roll. 55 back to the outside. It's going to be able to battle back here. The outside lane I watched when we were at our officials. The outside lane can prevail in the corners, and you can defend that. If you're going to be able to make that pass, you got to get there. And Quesada's going to have to get there if he wants to make. Roberts is going to start stepping away with these guys pulling the air off each other.
That's exactly what Roberts wants to see in his rear view right now, is them duking it out just to give him that extra cushion.
Dark Horizon Fishing, Noma TV. NordVPN, of course, promo code Signature. If you want to secure your online presence, make sure you go to NordVPN and make sure, Rock getting out of turn 2, getting into the corner there. And a little wall tap as well. Chop Shop Racing. Go to chopshopracing.net if you want to be a part of their crew. They've got a great, not only set of leagues, but they got a whole lot of media that they try to do. And Ryan is one of those guys. He gets his podcast rolling. And here, I just one of the sponsors for Chop Shop is Stay Tuned Sports, and I just listened to you guys' interview there. How cool was that to get on there and talk to those guys about not just Chop Shop, but just sports in general?
Oh man, Jimbo's a great dude, man, and he's new to it, which is the best part. Is getting somebody new and interested, and just talking about how everything goes, a little more of the inner workings, so he has a better understanding. I think it just made him that more interested. We did send him a Chop Shop flag as well, so hopefully in future podcasts that he does, you'll see that Chop Shop flag flying.
We do like the fact that people can get out there and they can sponsor people, they can sponsor channels, and they can sponsor everything out there. How about the sponsors of this series? Bacon Shake. The Bangkok action, famous for steak burgers. Yeah.
And we got Corey Crandall back here, 9th. He's up 7 positions, working on John Turner and Brad Dove.
They tell you what, Corey's going to try to send the corner here. Might be a dangerous move. 29 will be able to battle here on the outside. That's what I talk about. He's going to break, and he's going to carry the corner. He's going to let the 35 go by. He could have defended that zone. Unable to make it happen, though, as Roberge is going to be out. Here's the 55 trying to break up some of this draft. Right behind him, Robinson. He got a little 3-pack trying to play catch-up to Roberge. And I tell you what, the moment they all got together and they started working around it, Roberge went from a half second to now 2.5 seconds. So 2 seconds gained for the 98 as they work 24 of 60. Rock Stallone here in that 5. He's going to be carrying 5th spot. Corey's going to be up 8 from the start of the race, but he smacks the wall. Whoa.
And Roberge's last lap was a 56:31. So, I mean, he's not slowing down. 2 seconds, he wants more.
He is the fastest driver on the racetrack right now as well. Next closest is going to be Benny Jones at 56.45. Actually, take that back. Jerry Culver. Our ghost.
Putting the heater down.
Our ghost out there, 56.34, is almost as fast as your race leader.
He's in a Toyota.
98 coming around. It's going to be carrying turn 4 here. And you wonder if the fuel is going to salvage. I do believe they might. Oh, man, 5 into the wall. They're starting to get real tight here now as they get closer and closer together on these older tires.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you thought a good testament of why Roberge isn't struggling like they are is just because of that clean air.
He's got nothing in front of him. He's got nothing close behind him. So all the air that he has right now is able to circulate all over the racetrack. Look at the 55 battle here, though. He's going to be on corner exit. He's going to carry speed, but Casadave able to clutch it up. He's going to be there to the inside. Battle for second between the 14 and the 55. 5 in tow. 5 is going to carry in the inside. The 55 might lose 2 spots here. You're going to see him drop into the corner here and try to carry as much momentum, try to take some of the air off the 14. A good battle for both the drivers. 55 edges out on the short chute here. Going to do the same thing right here on corner exit. It's going to make the 14 work harder. Church with a great battle here, and Roberge going to be making it work.
Again, I have a biased opinion. It's my cousin, but this is the best I've seen him run in a long time.
Church on corner exit, turn 1, turn 2. Right now, Stallone looking on as well. Here's what we see on board with Stallone. The 5 of Robinson is trying to pick a lane here, and he's not close enough to any one of the drivers to pull any of them back to him. And maybe you kind of want to bump one of the drivers and say, hey, this is where I need to be. But there's Rock Stallone right in front of him, Rusty Robinson. Robinson right here. He sees a good battle happening here. 27-60. And we're coming around. Going to be 3 laps to go this time by for the stage. Lap 27 complete. We're going to begin the lap 28.
Jerry Culver sitting in 9th up 4 positions. And he's starting to turn that thing up, wind her up, work his way forward.
As some of the drivers catching him, he's had some of the drivers work his way backwards. And I tell you what, Casadave right now going to give up that spot. I think he's going to want to get to the outside of the 55 if he wants to try to make that pass late on old tires. Right now, Stallone's going to be in 5th. He's got the back bumper of Robinson.
Yeah, I'm shocked Church has held his ground as well as he has on that outside line.
I'm telling you, it was great to watch on the officials, but it was also great to watch with all the rest of the drivers here. Just proved the point that the dynamic track at Indianapolis actually showed up today. The outside lane able to battle. Look at the bump right there from Casadave. He's going to be bump drafting, trying to send him into the corner heavier than what he wants to, and he's going to drop into the corner. Great look for the 14. That's defensive driving and aggressive all at its own. 2 to go here as Roberge leads by 2 1/4. Is he going to be able to save anything here? That's one of the things as well. We're seeing that 3.5 second gap that was up there go to Chris Roberge. Roberge is going to be coming around, and we're seeing drivers coming to pit road. Joe Flackett on pit road. He's going to take his pit stop. He is not quite a lap down. I'm sorry, he is a lap down. He's going to be 1 lap down and would be your little rescue. We'll see anybody else coming to pit road here with 1 lap to go. It'll be 1 lap to go this time by.
On him.
Yeah, 1 lap to go this time by. Yeah.
All right.
White flag for the stage here as they come around. Robert's out front. Church, Casadave, Robinson going to the corner.
Are you going to throw it?
Not yet. No. We haven't completed.
No, I mean,
oh yeah, when it comes to, I mean, I have a button for it, but you can throw it. It's fine. You can see it all clearly.
Well, I'll just wait for Roberts to hit at 31 and throw it.
All right, now we're seeing it. Benny Jones getting the pit stop here. We'll need to leave pit road here very quickly. Roberts is going to be coming around on the front straightaway in just a moment. Roberts, a ton of speed, has been nice, cool, calm, and collected. As Benny Jones will leave pit road, he's going to get, that's track position for Benny Jones. Roberts is going to win the stage, and that'll be that driver. Oh, he runs out of fuel. Did he run out?
I don't know.
Is he clutching it in? Roberts, your race leader. I think he's good. So it'll be Roberts, Church, Robinson, Casadave, Brad Dove, Stallone, Culver, John Turner, Bobby Lane Jr., Robert Dudley. That'll be how it goes. They're all out of gas.
No.
They're all out of gas.
Toast it.
Oh, man.
Strickland on Facebook says, just got back from a family dinner with the family, checking out the awesome race. Good luck to all drivers. Let's go Canada.
Come on.
Church is on the radio right now asking for a shove.
That's just coordinated bump drafting right there. That's all that is.
Retchin on there saying, let's go Churchy.
I like it. What's up, Retchin? Good to see you. That's my Missouri friend. He lives just north of me. We'll clear some black flags, that's for sure. Rusty Robinson's going to be coming around. Roberts out of gas, wins the stage. Your Bobby Joe out there.
And this is the worst track to run out of gas on, too. It's so big.
I'm surprised more people didn't take it. So Joe Flack is going to be your lucky dog. Or your little rescue here. Again, littlerescue.net. They help save turtles, folks. We love them. We appreciate them. And we did tell them that the caution was going to come out at the completion of lap 30.
Yeah, they all knew it. I mean, this is all on driver.
Brad Dove is yet to come to pit road. We got some pushing happening here.
Crandall's going to pick up the 98 here.
This is the best kind of teamwork you've ever seen right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they probably should have set the stage up at like lap 28, 29.
Let's clear some black flags here. Oh, man. I do believe we've cleared him, right? Yeah, we'll make sure we clear black flags here for the passing under yellows and everything that's happening here, folks. That's just the way it goes, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, we're clearing penalties. Yep, there we go. All right. There he is. He's going to be your lucky dog. Everybody should be back on the lead lap, I do believe. Church have to get some damage, or did he have to tow?
I don't know.
John Turner jumped to pits. William Martin jumped to pits. Church jumped to pits.
Well, Church is a letdown.
Yeah, he jumped to pit road. He did. It's all good. It's a big track, folks. Remember that the lucky dog, when he comes around, it's a long way. Joe, congrats on the lucky dog. Your little rescue. Let's see what happens now. So, Roberge is going to be coming around. Church, Eddie Jones, your race leader now. And this will be a tight race to the end. Their lights off. Do we extend caution?
Well, I would. Let them get it lined back up.
They're out of. Yeah, they're just now. Yeah, he's coming. They're in turn 3. They're fine. They're fine. Yeah, we had to add a lap here, folks. We had to add a lap there, folks, because they gotta get all this situated. Sometimes the 3 laps work. Other times the 3 laps do not work. You know what I mean? Yeah, because Joe Flack is coming around. They're still half the field that was trying to work here. So they're going to go. Yeah, they got to get organized here because of what happened. So we'll.
Man, I just think Church should have got a wave around on that.
Well, he had to jump to pit road. So did John Turner, William, and a lot of people helped. So, that's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Church is back here. Turner's back here as well. Now they had 3 drivers have to tow. Man, oh man. Oh no. He had to tow when he was in pits. Well, everybody else is on the inside. Look at that.
Jeez.
There's 4 drivers. Double file. Oh. Oh no, the 19. Culver is back here. Who's on pit road? Is that William on pit road? Why does it say he's the 19? That's a weird. It happens. It happens. All right.
Next time we're going to have to suggest to these guys, like, you should probably get like 2 laps before you run out of fuel for your stage.
98 should have towed. There's a lot of drivers that received some help there getting to pit road. It wasn't just the 98. There was a lot of drivers there. When it came to getting into pit road, a lot of drivers came in, early. That's why you see that. He's gonna dump. What is he gonna do? Who was that?
That was Culver.
All right, they're going.
Well, let's see how this ends.
This is going to be interesting. Green flag. 25 laps to go. Should be fine. The only driver I'd be concerned with is Benny Jones, but if he was saving on that entire run, that'd have been good. Corey Crandall, though, he's going to take over the lead. He came in on lap 30. That was the driver that came in before the stage ended. Oh, man, caution should there. Oh. Caution should have come out there. Brad Dove, Corey Crandall, Benny Jones. Trying to check on the. Now he was able to turn around. He got turned on the on the front side of the nose. And they go back here. This is where he went off track. And a bump. Oh, just there. Didn't really have that much damage, so he was able to get one car wrecked there. That's kind of what you see out of this racetrack. Roberge all the way back up to fourth already. Has led the most laps in this race, but not without having to run out of fuel. Benny Jones, 35 of Crandall going. And we'll calm down the race chatter so everybody can get out there and focus. It's going to happen. Let's get this race going. Keep going. All right.
Good 4-truck pack up front here with Crandall, Jones, Lane, and Roberge. Just throw a blanket over these guys.
Oh, man. What happened to a couple of, yeah.
I don't know why he had to pit.
Does he have a penalty? Oh, no. No, I think he's taking fuel and tires. I think he's going to try to get himself out in front of these drivers just to be sure. 23 laps to go here. Bobby Joe just had his personal best. He's going a little harder now. How about Roberge is going to be back here behind the O2 as the racing's going to pick up here. That's one of the things that we saw. We saw it pretty tame, and we're hearing the race chatter here for the which is the reason why I don't normally have the race chatter on, because I don't want to hear what people are saying. But today, still working. I mean, these drivers have been doing a pretty phenomenal job at putting the time, energy, and effort in. Right now, the 98 to the inside of the O2.
Daniel Lyle sitting in ninth. He's up 8 positions. And starting to see a little life out of him as Church just bombs down below beneath him just to get around him.
So right now, Jerry Culver would be your lucky dog, and Robert Church would be the driver. He's trying to play catch up right now to get himself up there. John Turner. Turner would be your lucky dog. So there's a lot happening here. 34 to the back bumper to the 29. 98 trying to still get around a few of these drivers. Dudley's going to be the driver behind him. A burst to the inside of the O2. Bobby Joe doing a great job here. I'm pretty ecstatic to see Bobby Joe. Like every week, just seems like his improvement has been going more and more to the forefront. But Scott Casedave's been battling pretty hard here as well. We got a couple of drivers up in the field to have they're just lightly off the lead lap, and Jerry Culver just ran his fastest lap of the race, 53.94.
Yeah, and the 99 and the 3 of Robert Peters just got into it slightly. Peters able to save it, keep it straight.
Here's what happened there. Oh, he just barely drifts up. Nice job by Bones. I think Bones was just a little bit off the pace there. Just a touch. on the outside lane. Maybe just try to save. There's a lot of drivers here that might be considering that save momentum, because the harder you run, the more fuel it's going to have to come into play. 35 there to the back bumper to the 20. 35 rolling on corner exit. Benny Jones sees the race line. Roberge, he's faster. He's faster than the two, but he's got to get around them both. That's who I was trying to click on a moment ago. That's Bobby Joe. He's sitting back here in that 4 spot.
And we did give him an EOL that he asked for at the beginning of the race. And like we said, near the end, he's up front.
He's similar to some of the drivers that we know. He tries to get himself, I think he just tries to figure the racetrack out. He'll go out there and qualify and just kind of, maybe I don't want to be up here, and maybe I need something to figure out. And you know what? That's what he does. He goes out there and he figures the racetrack out as he drives. And that's a battle of attrition for all the drivers that you normally see in NASCAR as well. Some drivers who are uncomfortable with the racetrack go out there and try to figure it out.
I'm not that good to do that.
I wish I were.
We got Scott Casenave, Rusty Robinson, and Culver's trying to get around him.
Culver trying to get around till he can catch John Turner, who's right there. That's Robert Dudley on the old screen right there. We love our Dudley. He's a big old Alabama fan, big old Roll Tide. We love that dude. He's amazing. There's Brad Dove. He says, excuse me. I'm ready to go. 17 laps to go. It spread out pretty quick, didn't it?
It did. I thought we'd have a yellow, but doesn't look like it's going to happen.
There for a moment, we thought I thought it was going to as well, but I'm glad we were allowed to. I'm glad we were able to get everybody back up into the swing of things there, because if not, there would have been a different. We'd have had drivers trying to play catch up and be up to speed. We always want to make sure that you're as fair and impartial as you can, but if the field's not, if people are not in their rightful places, there's a lot of black flags that become of that. So when you extend the race an extra lap, those are things you're going to see. 35 to the inside. Going to try to make a run on the 20 here, and they both got kind of dicey there. 20 will drop the corner in. Will still be there to the back bumper of the 35. This is what I talk about, that outside lane being fast and prevailing. Little wall tap for the 20. 20 is going to be able to roll the outside. 35 on the inside. Here comes Roberge. Corner exit.
And this is what Roberge wants. He wants them to duke it out as much as they can, just so he can get up there and put his hand in the fight.
35 up to pull the air off the 20. 20 drops into the corner. Again, same concept as what we watched Church do earlier. 35 is going to be 3. 28 there. 28. I'm sorry, 98, not 28. The 98. I'm used to him in a Ford. And now here comes the draft. 98, 35, three wide. 98 thinks wisely there. Great job by the 98. 20 is going to be able to battle back here one more time. 35 trying to clear his nose off the 20. Oh, 20 is going to drop in. 35. Man, talk about cutting it close. Puts the 20 into the wall.
Here comes the 98 underneath the 20.
Roberge to the bottom. 0-2 up in tow as well. 15 laps to go. Man. Now Corey Crandall's going to be basically having a run here, and I mean run. Kind of look at that right side damage for Benny Jones here, because I tell you what, if Corey Spotter said he was clear minusculely, He was barely clear. That was at 20. You know, is going to be thinking ahead of himself, going, you know, it was not what I wanted to see.
Well, as Roberts gets up here to battle Crandall, they're going to slow down. The next three cars are going to reel them back in. It's going to be a dogfight in the next 14 laps.
Dudley to the outside, 20 coming back in tow. Roberge is going to be the driver here that's going to show. We watch Chris Roberge throughout almost every series that I've called, all except the very first 2 series that I've called. So I've known Chris Roberge for about 2.5, almost 3 years on this simulator. And he's been absolutely fantastic in every series that we've ever called. And I think he's been running some officials lately because his iRating's kind of dropped. But we love ourselves some of the 98.
Bobby Joe under fire with Rock Stallone. Rock Stallone keeps peeking his nose down there.
Stallone was fast earlier as well. Here comes Scott Casadave behind. Roberge to the back bumper of Corey Crandall. To the inside they go now. 35 will be able to battle back here. But the 98 showing that he's able to get there. And they'll be on the straightaway here. I tell you what, all the way back to Rusty Robinson here is a tight little pack. And then you've got John Turner. And then you got the 19 of Jerry Culver. These guys are battling for that lucky dog spot. Robert Church going to get one more out of it as well.
Yeah, just in case that yellow flies, you know, they won't be in that position.
12 to go. Roberge. I think Roberge has the better truck. And he's had to go through the field as well. And to start in that single file pick. And I think if Roberge wants to get around the 35, he's going to have to do what Scott Casadave did before and try to get a big, 35 free there a little bit. 98 to the back bumper one more time. How about it? Robert Dudley trying to work his way forward as well to the inside of the 20. 20 battles back. It's an interesting race. And right now, Crandall breaking the draft. Roberge just as fast here. He's going to get into the corner. He's going to have to work to the bottom.
See,
Go ahead.
I've always told guys, you know, like breaking up the draft's good, but it also tells the guy behind you that you're driving out your rearview mirror, meaning you're going to be more prone to a mistake. As you can see, Roberge just follow him all over the track, staying in the draft.
Just gonna do what he can. The more that the 98 stays there, the more that Corey Crandall worries about the driver behind him. And that's more tire wear that the 35 is going to see on his car with clean air.
And Benny Jones just tapped the wall there on exit and got a little fishtail. He kept her straight, though.
Jones sees the corner. Dudley down to the bottom. And again, Roberge is just trying. The more that Roberge chases here, the more that the 35 is going to be able to stay out front. The 98 will have to utilize race line here to try to make the improvement. I do believe the 98 is faster, but the more the 98 chases, the more the 35 goes. 98 to the outside, gets to the back bumper, and now they go 98 to the inside. 98 all the way down to get clean air. Is going to come up, try to pull the side draft. Can he drop into the corner and make it clear? 98 side by side, 35 to bench, 35. 98 not going to be able to clear this one. 98 will go back to chase it again. Takes laps to set this up, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, and I mean, the difference between Corey and Roberge is last lap 56.12, 56.14.
And that's because Roberge had to get out of the throttle or he would have ran a faster lap. And I tell you what, this is where the bump and run at Indianapolis is so prevalent. And we've seen it time and time again in the Chop Shop Racing Series and some of the bigger racing series as well. 35 runs the 98 down. Roberge gets a nose on the 35. He needs more of a run. Needs to slide up if he's going to do it. Is going to do it. 35 is going to be on a crossover. Can the 98 clear? 98 is going to be there. He is going to clear. 35 on the brakes to stay out of the back bumper of the 98. 98 to the lead.
See, maybe I'd be considered a dirty racer in this event, but I'm glad Roberts made it work. If I would have been Roberts and I got underneath of him, I would have ran Corey as high, as deep into the corner as I possibly could have to make him lift, and then I would have drove around him.
That was where the race line we see a bump and run happening. We see things of that nature being able to be prevalent. And now Roberts will break up the draft. The 35 will run the line down. And that's the thing. You see how Chris Roberts makes short movements when it comes to breaking the draft up. The longer you give that draft, that movement, the more you're going to move the air around, and that'll give the more time. We watched Corey Crandall try to do the same thing, and when Crandall was moving the air, trying to move the air around, and he was a little slower on the momentum to change his race line. And Roberts just kind of he was like, "Here, I'm gonna move just a little bit."
And don't blink, because Dudley's reeling him in now.
Uh-oh. Something happening. About this little four-pack happening here. 29 and the 19 battling for lucky dog spot here. The 20 and the 34 battling for position. Robinson in tow to the 02. Joe Flack, last driver on the lead lap, right back here with the two of William Martin. And Joe sits fourth in points right now. 0.6 of a second lead now for Roberts. Roberts is going to be, he's pulling away.
Well, and Crandall could just be hanging back, cooling the tires off, just so he can mount one last round.
Possibilities. Because right now he's got a little bit of speed here as the 49 closes the distance down. And Roberts, that time by, was about 1/10 slower than the field. I'm sorry, his last lap was about 0.2 of a second different. Now Dudley closes in 0.3 of a second to Corey Crandall, and is the fastest driver next to Scott Casenave, who just ran a 55.75. You talk about somebody who's saving, well, I think it's at 14.
100%. That he's a good driver, and that's just all part of the plan.
I have him mislabeled. There he is. Ooh, baby. Alan, TilleryAuto.com, Hrt2Heart Truck Series. 5 laps to go. And we're just now hitting the 55-minute mark. So about an hour racing. Been absolutely a ton of fun.
Ooh, Dudley into the wall a little bit. He's going to dive underneath Crandall.
49 to the inside, side by side. The more they battle, the more Roberts says, "Oh, a little free for the 49. He's good to go, though." The more points, the more spots that Dudley can get here, the better off he's going to be. He wants to extend over Casenave by a couple of spots. He also wants to be able to extend over Robinson, who has been one of the drivers here that's been keeping himself in the hunt for a championship with this is a little free for the 49. I think he downshifted or he clutched. Something happened there. Woo. Man. And Stryker, thank you for the like 31 minutes ago. You're killing it.
On Church's truck paint scheme, that red chrome, he's been getting a lot of compliments. It was from Michael Strickland. He calls his little paint company now Stryker Shades.
Striker shades.
Yep.
Striker shades with pasties. Inside joke. We won't even show pit road. 3 laps to go. Half second of distance now. As the battle for the lead starts to close in.
I don't think Casenave's going to have enough time.
He's there, though.
He waited a little long.
He's there right behind Robinson, closing into the distance. I think Roberge is trying to utilize a little bit of. He needs to. If Roberge needs any of this, he needs to start breaking the draft again. Right now, 35 in tow, out of turn 4, a little free. He's driving outside that realm.
Yeah, because Crandall, Dudley, and Casenave's all faster on their last laps than Roberge is. So.
And that's the clean air and just trying to salvage and save. Roberge might have tried to save a half a lap of fuel. Being out front means 2 things. Yeah, because this time by Roberge 56.43. Everybody else 56.5s, 56.4s. Casenave 56.29. And he's there. 2 laps to go here in Indianapolis, and this has been a good one. Only 1 caution, and that 1 caution, well, that was the stage break. And so far, Roberge coming in trying to bat 1,000.
Ryan.
Daniel Lyle going to be the driver that is going to be up 7. I know Crandall's up 14. But Corey Crandall, when it came to the points before, was the pole sitter in the original session. I believe they're going to credit him with those points. So biggest mover of the race, they'll have to determine that. White flag waves, final lap here as Dudley closes in. Casenave's going to be there as well. Another spot for the 14, who has been saving, would mean 1 more point for he and that 49. So Crandall's going to get some bonus points anyway for leading a lap here. But how about it? Chris Roberge has a full second right now. He doesn't need to break any kind of draft.
Yeah, those back 3 trucks are all trying to get around each other, and that just helps them that much.
49 final 2 turns as they come around turn 4. Or shoot to the straightaway. Can the 14 get any more out of it? 35 free off the corner. 49 to the outside. Can he get to the inside? Don't think it's going to happen. Oh, baby. Oh, Roberge clutches it in last minute. Good run. As Crandall comes home 2nd and Dudley to 3rd. Casenave 4th. Robinson 5th. How about that finish there between the 35 and the 49?
Yeah, what a performance. You know what? No driver in here had an edge on anybody. It was such a equal playing ground. It was great just watching everybody just utilize what they can and when they could. And, Roberge just made the right moves at the right time.
Man, oh, man. Big bump for the 35. Big bump for the 14. Everybody showing their love. By showing love to Chris Roberge, sim ability driver. For those who don't know, Chris Roberge makes us feel. Ryan, you interviewed him. Tell people about Chris Roberge.
So, not to get into crazy amounts of details, but Roberge competed in the Special Olympics, and not just like a high school Special Olympics. We're talking like national Special Olympics. He was in Athens, Greece for softball. He's been on the cover of ESPN. He's been all over the globe competing for the Special Olympics stuff. So, a remarkable human being. I mean, to say the least.
Silver and bronze winner for 2 different Olympics, and they run the Olympics every 4 years, similar to what you see with the actual Olympics as well. So From the main headline, we love him. Absolutely fantastic guy. Enjoy watching this series. Love the cars. Good job to all the drivers, and congrats to Roberge. Dude is a class act. He is an amazing human being, and he'll make you feel about 10 inches tall in comparison to how awesome this guy is. So, and a fantastic win. Good to see him get out there. It's been a while since we've seen him in victory lane, and it's good to see him do it over here with these guys. These guys are a great group of individuals.
Yeah, like I said, it's they have an iRating cap here, which I think is extremely beneficial, as you can see in the racing. Church was really fast at the beginning. He had a mishap with running out of gas. He would have been a competitor. Everybody had an opportunity to win this race. I wouldn't normally say that, in Chop Shop. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, everybody has a chance to win. No, the skill gap, in our league is dramatically different than somewhere like here. So it's good to see. You just don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, it's about racing with your peers, and every one of these drivers are doing that. They consider each other peers. Here's your race results. Roberge, Crandall, Dudley, your top 3. Casey Nave Robinson's going to be your top 5. Bobby Lane, Bobby Joe, the 02 is going to finish in 6th. Stallone, Jones, Peters, Lyle, your top 10. Dove finishes in 11th. BJ in the 99 finishes in 12th. Joe Flack in 13th. Culver, Church, Turner, Martin, you're going to be your 17 drivers there. Wolfgang didn't get out there. I was hoping he was going to get out there, but this guy, Chris Roberge from Courtney, British Columbia. That's he's a legend. He really is.
Michael Strickland over on Facebook says he's enjoying watching the series, loves the cams. Good job to all the drivers. Congrats to Roberge. Dude is a class act.
He is absolutely fantastic. He is fantastic. Let's talk to the guy, though, because he comes home with victory. Hey, you're batting 1,000, Roberge.
Yeah, I know, right?
What'd you think about this race? This one was this had you written all over it. It is Indianapolis, but you had a lot of tough competition out there today. Running out of fuel. These guys have made fuel mileage very close.
When I ran out of fuel, but I heard everybody almost ran out of fuel. Like only a few cars got fuel before, but most of our trucks ran out of fuel at those stages there. But it's interesting. It's fun. This is my first time with these guys here. Thanks for letting me join in, and thanks for Jason for letting me come and enjoy with them too.
I think this is a league that fits you, and Ryan will probably attest to that too. We talk about leagues that fit within the realm of being able to have good, clean driving, and these guys are like every Saturday's been such a good race. They've had a couple that have had a few issues, but to say the least, not much else happened.
Yeah, kind of surprising. Yeah, usually I knew some people in here, so I know who they are, but not everybody. But I know some, but not fully. Like Robert, Dudley, Doug, Jerry, of course you. But they're pretty good, clean drivers here. So it's their first time with them, so it's all good.
So Roberge, if you race next week, you get an EOL for winning today's race.
That's okay. I'm usually in the back, but today I just want to try it. And well, I was pretty fast in practice on the other session that we were in, but I was pretty fast in this qualifying here.
Yeah.
A fast Martian truck.
It was a ton of fun to watch. Ryan, what you got for Chris?
Roberge, man, good job as always. You see yourself racing Hrt to Heart for many weekends to come.
I think there's 2 more races to go. I probably will. These guys are pretty good here, so I probably will stick around if they want me to.
Well, and just like Jason said, there's just certain leagues to where certain drivers fit in great, and I think this is like a really good spot for you as well. So it would be cool to see you you to start over here at the beginning of their next season, just see how you do points wise.
Oh yeah, I probably will come back for it for sure.
We
Right.
look forward to it, man. I love that paint scheme too, by the way. Like I
Thank
said
you.
I said it Thursday, man. It's different seeing what you got on there, dude, but I love it.
Yeah, I know I'm driving a Chevy today. I just want different leagues. I might just stick with the Fords, but today I just want to be with a Chevy this time for this league here. So I kind of do like and block. So he's a cool guy. It's kind of sad that he passed away and all that. In tragic accident there. So I just want to do all that for it.
Well,
Tell you
buddy,
what.
it's a good looking truck. Give your shout outs.
Thanks for eSports here. Hrt2Heart Racing here for letting me join in with them. Of course, Chop watching me and everybody else here. Thanks for watching. Big support for a godson there, Frank. He's almost a year old. Started April 16th. He'll be a year old. And another big support is my wife.
Ramesh, congrats, brother. Much love and all
Thank you.
as always. Thank you for being an wait, you're 3 years. OOOOG.
I know, it's been many years.
Yeah. Hey, you're gonna be in the All-Star race on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. That's gonna be insane. All right. Congrats, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's the 98 coming home in victory lane. Let's talk to your P2 finisher who had not only did he lead some laps, got the pole position in the earlier session, came back. You got removed from the race, still came back, still led some laps, finished P2. Corey, tell me about this one, man.
Oh, it's a heck of a race. I was not expecting to run up front at all. I knew I could run a couple fast laps. After that, I couldn't keep it out of the wall.
Do me a favor, and I don't know if you can get closer to your mic or turn yourself up. I can barely hear you, brother.
All right, is that better?
That's a lot better. Thank you. Sorry.
All good.
I want people to be able to hear what you're saying because it's important. Important to me. It's important to you. It's important to them. Anyway, go ahead. Go right back with what you said.
Yeah, like I knew I could run a couple fast laps, but after about 5 laps, it didn't feel like I could keep it out of the wall. So whenever I got up front there to start the second stage, I didn't expect to stay up front, let alone lead some.
One of the coolest things about this is that you made the right move, came into pit road, and took over the lead at the stage break. Coming to pit road was going to be viable, and really shocked again 2 weeks in a row not to see more drivers do that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to be about a half a lap short from what it was looking. So I was like, man, I wanted to pit the lap before, and I decided to stay out. And then it's like, man, I'm going to pit. I hope you don't throw the caution right before I go in. And it ended up working perfect.
Yeah, I know. We tried to tell everybody, at the completion, when the leader crosses the line, at the completion of lap 30, when you're taking over from 30 to beginning 31, that's when we're gonna throw it. So it's got to, and it's only fair because that it lets everybody know exactly when we're gonna do it. Make your game plan, then check your fuel mileage, check all that stuff. It just seemed like that was the. I mean, it's supposed to be the right call. It's supposed to be what we do, and try to get out here and help everybody. Hopefully, we'll be able to do some dedicated race controlling for folks out there, so that we can we don't mind helping out with this, but it's something that we want to make sure that you guys have a fair and impartial race as well. So it's kind of cool to be able to be on this side of things with all of this. Ryan, what do you got for Corey?
Corey, good job tonight, man. I mean, I probably should have just left you booted, after that performance. When you were, this is the first time, you racing with, Roberts. Obviously, I'm familiar with them. What was your thought process when it, were you hesitant about racing him really hard? Being the first time around him, or did you just treat him like you would anybody else and just give him everything you had?
Yeah, I just race. There's a few guys that I try to stay away from, but I mean, as long as they don't, he didn't wreck me, I'm usually pretty good with him. I don't care to work with people that I don't know, and it's just all part of the game.
Right. And you guys had really, really good racing. He tried the bottom a few times, finally made it work. You dove back down to the bottom. So, I mean, overall, just a great showing, man. So, congratulations on a good P2 finish tonight. Give your shout outs.
Yeah, just heart to heart, and you guys do an awesome job. I hope we can keep you for next season if that's a possibility. But it's been a fun year. Scott and Bobby and BJ, they're doing an awesome job still running this, and just got to keep going. Keep getting some good drivers in here to make these races fun.
Tell you what, you got 2 wins on the series. You've got you were eighth. You were tied for, or you were eighth for coming in for points here. And this is just more points to add to it as we get closer and closer. I know that if you can get up there and battle for that 5 spot, especially with 2 races left to go, that's going to be interesting to see what you can do here. So, Corey, much love, man. Congratulations. You don't have to start in the back next week.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
That's Corey. Much love, man. That's 35 coming home, P2. And last but not least, Dudley. I thought you were going to try to make a bigger move at the end of that one. We got you. Hold on, I got you on camera here. I'm going to move you. Where's your camera? It's right there. You are. Bam. I thought you were going to make a bigger move there at the end of that. At the end of the run, coming on that front straightaway, and he lifted a little bit whenever he started to make little. It looked like he was free. I don't know if you were just waiting for him to catch it, or if you were just trying to make sure nobody was going to get into to each other, because almost a P2 finish here.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I burnt my tires up a little bit when I went inside of them. Then I don't know, lap 3 or 4. So I backed off and tried to cool them down a little bit. And I finally caught him, but it was a close finish at the line, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you had 5/100ths of a second difference there between you and Corey. About half a truck length. That's. Could you imagine if he had just gotten out of 4 and just like stabbed it and been like, "I'm going, see ya," because he almost gave up the outside lane to you, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect. He's going to be able to run the side draft on him. That'll be a close finish at the line."
Yeah, I seen that too, and also I seen Scott filling my rear view mirror up, and I didn't want to lose a spot to him. I wouldn't be able to talk to you tonight.
That I understand that. Leading points coming in, and that's important too, because you only lead coming into today's race. You only led the points coming in by 4 points. These guys have been dwindling and whittling away at you for a couple of weeks. You've been holding solidly that top spot for a couple of weeks now. Actually, more than a couple of weeks when it comes to what we've seen. What's your? I mean, 2 races left and things are tight.
Yeah, me and Scott been battling back and forth. There'd be 5-point turnarounds. She'd take the lead, and the next week there'd be another 5-point turnaround, and I'd take the lead back. And then Mr. Old G Bobby come up there and pass Scott last week. So it's gonna come down to the last race, and who gets some bonus points. I didn't get any tonight. I don't know if Scott or Bobby led a lap or anything. I pretty much screwed the pooch on that first run. I burned my dang tires up pretty bad.
It was a good look, good run, Mr. Wint. What you got for Mr. Dudley?
Dudley, as always, another good podium finish for you. You're up here all the time, man. You would think you get tired of talking to us.
No, I love it. But it's been a couple weeks since I've been on the podium. I've been in top 5s, but yeah, I miss talking to y'all. I miss being on this camera here.
So next week you got Charlotte at night. What's going to be the game prep? Because like you were just saying, you got the points lead, but it's not by a ton. What are you going to do for next week at Charlotte to kind of ensure that first place position for points?
Pretty much what I've done the whole season. Just try to qualify up front, stay out of the middle of the pack or the back, and try to run some consistent laps. Try to lead some laps, get some points. It's all about the bonus points. That's how I've kept the point lead, and that's how Scott's taken the lead. It's all about these bonus points, leading the most laps, fast lap, and a lap led.
Well, buddy, good job on the P3 finish today. Give your shout outs, bud.
Thank you, man. I'd like to shout out to the lanes, Bobby and BJ for running the league, and Scott. They do an excellent job. I really enjoy coming out here. Thanks to you and Signature Esports. Put on a great job. Put on a great show. Also, I'd like to thank my beautiful fiance Nancy, who supports me in this and watches the races. My dad Arliss Dudley, who watches every race, and my cousin up there at Nashville, Tennessee, Brian Cassidy, works for the Nashville Preds. He watches every race, cheers me on, and roll tide.
I love it, Dudley. We appreciate you, my man. Be good. And I look forward to seeing you the rest of the week, man.
You too. You all take care. Thank you.
You too. Mr. Dudley comes home, P3, and knocks it out of the park, of course. A great race, a great time. Interesting takeaway from every race. I can't say an interesting takeaway from every race. This one was a good one. I will say that. Oh, hold on. We got chats just flowing. Thank you very much, Hrt2Heart. Wolfgang, so we'll be back next week. Great broadcast. Thank you, Wolfgang. We love to see you out there. Robert's getting some congrats from Dudley and from Top 3 Truck, possibly a win, but fuel bid for you, Mr. Church. I know it sucks. It does come into play, and I said it was going to be tight. 25-28 is pretty much the common here. And Chris says, thanks, Hrt2Heart. Great win for Chris. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Hrt2Heart Racing and Hrt2Heart Streams out there, of course. Ryan, what do you say, man? This was kind of fun.
Hey, man. Well, like we said, no one had an edge, and that's typically the MO in this league is everybody's each other's peers. So to be able to see this close racing, no yellows. We did get close with that dove spin out, but he was able to save it, get it back on the track. So I was glad he didn't come back up in the track spinning. That wouldn't have been good. But everybody, all these guys just did a phenomenal job tonight. I cannot wait to see a shrunken track, compared to this one at Charlotte next week, to really see some racing.
I know that I said this was going to be one of the how do I put this? It was going to be a driver's track today. And today was exactly that. I enjoyed it. I think it was a great race. Folks, I'm going to tag a product in our, in the channel. It's a Holy Cow t-shirt. I want you to go buy one, and, that will give us, an opportunity to have everybody enjoy, when we say Holy Cow or when I say Holy Cow, because it's funny. That's going to be on YouTube. Thank you to everybody watching out on YouTube as well. YouTube, you guys keep killing it. I promise you that it's making me think about whether or not to take the majority of the mainstreams over to YouTube only, because but everybody else watching on Twitch and Facebook, it's awesome there too. I just cannot believe how much you guys out on YouTube have been just really rocking and rolling. And yeah, I think YouTube gaming has finally figured it out. I really do.
If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you give that click on that thumbs up, man.
Yeah, that like button goes a long way. Not only that, but the when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notifications, because if you don't hit that notification bell, the people that you want to watch won't pop up unless you choose to have them. And that notification, like, you can see that my videos will go live, and it'll be in your For You page whenever you have to scroll through all the 9,000 things that you're subscribed to. But if you hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when we're going live for racing. We did a personal gaming stream last night that we went live to. We started to go live to Twitch, but we had some issues with Streamlabs, because every once in a while I just use Streamlabs whenever I just go live to one channel. But I decided I was done with it, went back to regular OBS, and we live streamed to all 3 channels. And so you'll probably be able to catch some of those as well. We call Robert's the nicest Canadian, because he is the nicest Canadian you're ever going to meet, and he wins today. Ryan, I'm always up for good racing, and today was good racing. Next week it's going to be good. We're going to be off tomorrow, folks. Monday with some dirt series. Some dirt series. We got a dirt all-star race. And then on Tuesday, Signature Esports is going to also be broadcasting another all-star race for Chop. We got 2 all-star races this week for Chop Shop. That's crazy.
I know, right? It's gonna be busy.
And the All-Star race on Tuesday is going to be the knockout race like we did before, which is even cooler.
Yeah, it's different.
It was fun last time I did it. It'll be fun this time. I enjoyed it. I loved being like, bye, Felicia. Thank you very much for the reactions. Much love. I appreciate the reactions out there. Thank you for the love. And then thank you to the new members out there as well. Thank you to our supporters. I have forgot to add Anthony Crown over to it, but I will add Anthony Crown over to it. I got to show it. Where did it go? Bam! There it is. Channel alumni. Anthony Crownover. Imagine Anthony Crownover is right there where Brad Dove's name is, just below it. Okay, so Anthony Crownover goes on there as well. Those are channel supporters that donate privately and help take care of us. Actually, Ryan is in the pro section because he's done a ton to help us out as well. To include, he comes on board and helps us commentate, and just absolutely fantastic people. So thank you to all of our channel alumni, but also a big special thank you to all the sponsors of the series. Make sure you check out Buchanan Resorts. Go to buchananresort.com. Make sure you book today's Steak and Shake. Thank you very much. AlanTilleryAuto.com. Make sure you also check out the fine folks over at Little Rescue, RES and the letter Q.net. And then, this was good. Thank you to our sponsors, Noma TV, BeefJerkyUnlimited.com. Make sure you check out MandarinRacing.net. Thank you to NordVPN. Of course, use promo code Signature when it comes to signing up. You save yourself a little bit of money. But I encourage you to secure your online presence with NordVPN, because if you don't, you hurt yourself. Chop Shop Racing, one of the best racing series out there. Next to Hrt2Heart. Hrt2Heart's amazing. We're never going to knock any league that we ever try, but Chop Shop does sponsor Signature Esports, and I encourage you that if you're not racing at Hrt2Heart, that you go and you sign up for ChopShopRacing.net, because at ChopShopRacing.net, because they are a phenomenal league to do it. They are one of the fastest growing leagues and one of the most competitive leagues out there. Along with everybody that we try to broadcast for, Chop Shop has got a solution, and they race all kinds of stuff. The Sunday after the Super Late Model Series ends, you wait and see what their next schedule is. It's insane. I promise you're going to see a different kind of race each week. And that schedule was sent to me and said, "Hey, this is what we're doing." And it's going to be.
Did it shock you?
I knew that everybody was going to try. I knew they were going to try something different. I didn't expect to see 4 different vehicles, 17 different races, or not 17, but different racetracks, different circuits. You're gonna see, here's just a little teaser: Indy Series, SRX, Mazdas, and there's one more. So we will leave the one more for later.
We threw the kitchen sink at it.
He did, pretty much did. So it's going to be insane. Folks, make sure you like, follow, subscribe for more. My 1,000th episode, I want to see everybody tuning in this Tuesday. That is going to be at the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series All-Star Race, where it's an elimination race, an hour and a half of insanity. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Roberts wins, Hrt2Heart. Thank you very much. Much love to you. We'll see everybody in the next one. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another, because that is the most important thing. And for myself and all the Signature Esports crew, and of course Ryan, we'll see you tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, actually, we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you Monday.